Hello everybody, welcome on into the video. I am Kitty Wolf, and today we're going to be starting our playthrough of Going Medieval. I've been really enjoying this game. If you don't know what Going Medieval is, it's a medieval building game. It's like this sim game where you control a bunch of settlers, new people come, you get raided, you can build cool castles and things like that. It's really fun. I've been enjoying it a lot. My friend introduced me to this game last year, and I've been playing it like non-stop, like recently at least as well. So I usually live stream on Twitch, but at the moment I've been enjoying this game so much I wanted to make a little series about it. So we're going to do a game on hard mode, which means the raids are a little bit more difficult, and we're going to do a completely random map. So we're going to do this little map spinner randomizing thing and decide what we get. I actually get the map type, which I don't want, but anyway, enjoy the video and let's see what chaos happens. Every game is a little bit different, so we'll see what happens. So we start this game with a random wheel, so I can never decide what map to play. So we're going to play on Marsh. Should actually find to be quite a challenging map to play on, but it is a new map. It's quite fun. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna play on the hard difficulty and not on survival. It's a bit too much for me. Hard is hard enough. So we start in Perith, and then we get our random seed on the marsh. Probably the best is the hillside in the middle there. We're actually not in the best place for regional influence, being real on the edge. But we'll see what we have with our map. So we pick this. I don't know, this icon with like a lion with a crown. So we got Janet, Mikkel, and Beatrix are our main people. So Janet is our animal husbandry. She does botany and smithing, and she has the animal handling perks, some things to make her work faster, makes like social interactions better, and a few other things. He has tailoring and carpentry and botany. We do a lot of botany. I like botany. It's quite good. And then culinary, intellectual, and medicine for this fella. And then the last person has culinary, medicine, and intellectual skill. So that's what we're left over with. So this is our A team. It's basically like, I don't know. It's basically a really good team of people who we decide that we're going to have. So these people work really well. Well, I kind of never used it before, but I usually randomize my people. But I use advanced customization, so they're all really young as well, which is good. So they're going to stay around for a long time, so hopefully they don't die. So players Roger's root aside, leaving the trail of destruction in its wake. Untold millions went to an early grave, and those that standing were plunged into poverty. Brutally scarred by the horrors there to witness, nothing would ever be the same again. A year quickened in the spring of the year 1353. Janet, Michael, and Beatrix set off in the wilderness, a piece of land of their own, as was their right. In the eyes of God and to the law, here they own faces and in the future, perhaps hope will follow. Mikkel is competent, defiant, even. Oh, and I'm way too slow for a reader. But, you know, it's fine. Basically, we're defiant, we survived the plague, you know, it's all good. So we're going to look around the map, see what we have here. So I found some limestone here. We also have some red currants and lots of... we have lots of herbs and flax on our little plateau area. And there's also this little area here, which I was like, ooh, this will be a good place for a castle or something. That's like... I don't know, there's like a causeway that sticks out that we can connect to the mainland. And I'm looking around, seeing what resources we have. It's not fantastic. There's a couple of other little islands. There's, maybe we could put some towers on those or something, I don't know. And I'm looking around, there's some clay here. So that's something to keep in mind for later for we need resources. So it looks like we're going to be building out of clay mostly. There isn't that much clay on the map, so it's going to, I don't know, it might be a lot of wood buildings, which I don't usually use. It could be a bit of a tricky build, this one, to be honest, down the line. It's easy at the start. Well, it's not easy at the start, but I don't know. It gets harder later on when you get limited resources to build with. It's kind of difficult. So we start by building a little hut. We're doing a 6x6 hut to start off with. So that means we don't need to use beams. So we're doing 2 floors. on our building. So we got a little defense structure at the front. So we are playing on hard. I'm looking to see how many resources we need. So I think I worked out with the wood that we have at the start, I need about 15 trees. So I set those to be cut. So I'm assigning the tasks before I have the game resume. So we have Jonna on animal husbandry and botany. Mikkel does botany also, and carpentry and tailoring. Janet's on smithing, and then Beatrix has research and cooking mostly, and medical. So she's mostly going to be hauling the wood at the start, because we're not going to have a research table or anything, so that's what she's going to be doing at the start. And then we set their schedules. Pretty basic at the start. No, we might have to adjust it later on. So we're just starting off by making a stockpile. So this is going to be our food stockpile inside. I guess pretty much for everything now. Food, medicine, pretty much everything perishable at the start. So we make a stockpile for sticks. So that's going to go next to the campfire at the start, and then we put in a table. I'm actually looking to be the butchering table. I'm going to put that aside. It's just a small space, and then we put the table in that corner with 4 wooden stools. We put the backgammon table downstairs. We can move that upstairs after because we need more space. We get one, I think it's an Oak Brethren temple. We only need one to change all their religion to one thing, which makes it easier. And then we just make some stockpiles, one for carcasses, one for materials. This is them chopping down the trees. So we're just gathering resources, ready to build our huts. It's 8 in the morning in the game, 9 now, so. We find a mallard wandering around, which is quite fun. I would like a duck pond. That's really silly, but I would like the center square area that leads into like this really nice duck pond. Oh no, it's pretty interesting, I think. So I set the cooking, so Beatrix can start cooking, and we put a research table outside as well, next to the butchering table. Our animals are just wandering around, but you can see like all the resources we have. We have a lot of flax and a lot of herbs just everywhere. So it's going to be really good for us. The house we built, we got this nice, it's like a very basic house. I'm not even going to like change anything to make it fancy, because it's a temporary house. So the first building I always build is always like pretty temporary. I always made them look a little bit different though each time I play and like practice with different designs. I really like this design though, with the stairs that go inside, leading into the defensive area. I quite like that. I change it later on actually, so it has like a really nice cellar and layout for the basement. It's pretty cool. And then towards the end of the day, I think I just pick out more trees that have been to cut, that have died, and I just gather resources. So we're just gonna gather gather this waterfall that died, probably just killed by a fox or something. So we just put some wood where the carcass goes. And that's quite funny. So it's going to get hauled, that's going to get built. Butchering table's getting built. And the waterfall's going to get taken to the stockpile by Beatrix. Good job. And Mikkel just finished this, and this is quite funny. We set this to be built, and then immediately Beatrix just comes along and just is like, nah, chop this up straight away. So we have some delicious rat for dinner tonight. That's what they'll eat. And then they sleep on their first night. And then I gather all the resources. Gathering resources is the most important thing at the start of Going Medieval. Just gather everything. We got lots of red currants. Actually, not a bad seeds. We got lots of mushrooms. Well, like mushrooms. It's so much food at the start. We're really lucky. And I put to tame the mallards. I really want to tame that mallard. And I have a look at what other wildlife we have. We have a few things. We have fox, boar. We have another mallard as well. So we set that to be trained as well. We have to hunt those animals though, because especially the foxes, they'll hunt the mallards and kill them. But the boar will be good meat. They'll be good food. So you have to take out those foxes. There's 2 foxes on our plateau, which we don't like, which murdered one of the mallards. I have a look and I was like, oh yeah, it's been murdered. It wasn't dead before. It actually got killed. So we only have 1 left, which is really sad. So we equipped some weapons. Give them longbows ready to hunt. We killed 1 fox. We killed another fox. So those 2 foxes are dead. And then we're fighting this boar, which comes and like headbutts and rams us. So we have to run away from it, because these things can do a lot of damage. So we run away, and then I think we do some more arrow, arrow, ping, ping, and we try and get it. It's catching us again, so we have to keep running again. Luckily they got like good movement abilities. So they move faster, so we can run away from it and we slowly hit it, and then we take it down. We set a pet for something we set a pet for. I think for the cat. This is a mallard. The second mallard got killed, so yeah, no more mallards for us. I'll dream of having a duck pond is just not happening, is it? So our stockpiles are already getting full. And we just set no red currants because we're already thinking about fermenting, and we want to keep all of our red currants that we have. We have a lot of red currants. We have like 100. We actually don't have any on. Oh, it's because there's none on the stockpile, but we'll have a lot once they get hauled. You can see all the seeds that we have around. There's lots of flax and lots of herbs hanging around. So we're gonna want to make fields now. So that's what we're gonna do. So we started making a cabbage field. I think we made a couple of other fields to make some herbs and some flax. Oh, red currant and flax. So we started with 4 fields. We do make more fields. We make a lot of fields actually. Which is why not? Why not? Because we can sell the leftover items anyway and get a good start. So now I'm planning at the basements. We started deconstructing that area. The guys are working on the crops, and I'm thinking about what I want to do for research. I'm thinking about fermenting and food preservation first, but then I have it in my mind that we need the wooden weaponry first. So we're going to need those longbows to get to Fletching 2. So we will get raided. And there's going to be a lot of people at the start. It's going to, usually on the first raid, there's like 6 people come. So we're not going to have the greatest weapons either, so we need to make sure we're pretty well protected. So we're going to have Beatrix just continuously on research for the whole time. So she's going to do a good job. So we got digging going on here. And then we immediately put the stairs going downstairs. I'm going to start planning at the basement area. So we're on day 4. So we're doing pretty well. We got our hut built. We got resources gathered. We got 4 crops put down. And we're starting to build our basement already, which is pretty good going. So I'd like to get the basement built before our crops get sown. So the cabbages will be ready in like 4 days. We need to get this done by day 8, which seems like it's going to be pretty easy. I've really built the doors for this area, and we've pretty much plotted out where we're putting our fermenting area, which is going to go on the top area, because it's warmer near the top. And for fermenting, you need to keep the temperature around 6 degrees, which is pretty warm for fermenting. And then the food still needs to be a little bit cooler. It needs to be less than 4 degrees. So I built that a little bit lower down, and we use 2 doors. That keeps the airflow sort of under control a little bit better. And I count 9 squares. I like 9 squares because it makes the shelves tidy when you put them in. And we get our first traveler, our first merchant, which is always an exciting time. We always hope you get good stuff. So we got aged fine wine. We take the apple sapling. We take the beets, the cabbages, and the carrots. So we're gonna grab all of this stuff. It's gonna be useful. So that's gonna be crops for us. And then there's one other thing that's good for us, which is the wolf. So they have like a really good wolf. They have like a young wolf, 1 day old. And it's only 51, and we've harvested enough herbs. We have a lot of herbs, so we have like 92 herbs. So we're just gonna grab all of those. But it's 22, 92. Can I read? I think it's 92. Yeah, so we grab all of those, and I think I'm happy. I'm thinking about it, and done deal. There we go. So we got apple saplings. We have beets. We have carrots. And we have a wolf, which we're going to train. So we're going to try and keep as a pet. And we've almost finished the basement. I'm checking the temperature and to make sure it's good. It's a little bit high for now, but as we dig out the basement more, it'll be under control. And we're just gathering resources, getting more red currants. And then we put these fields down. We make sure they go into seed to do carrots and beets go into seed. They'll be ready next year. So we'll be able to have a nice crop of those. I think we extend these. We do more red currants. We've got lots of red currants. We've got 85 in our stockpile. So we can do another field, which is fine. So we want to make aged fine wine to sell, because it's really good. You get a really good value for those. Same for herbs. We can sell the herbs. And we got extra cabbages as well. So this cracking on. Just putting in those. I'm making a good job at that. It's already 1 o'clock and I've nearly finished that. And then we're tending to the animals, just training those goats. We want them to haul. And we've nearly finished the basement. It's just that one last bit of the food basement. And we're gathering trees, because we're going to need trees for all the shelving. It's going to cost a lot of wood. And we start building our fermenting area, and I think about doing a brazier, but I'm like, oh, it's going to be too hot, so I decided to use torches instead, because we can just turn the torches on and off. So if it's getting too hot or too cold, we can just turn the torch on and off. Again, I want wooden weaponry so bad. I'm so scared about getting raided already. But we're going to be a little way from that. We just turn it off because it's a little bit warm. It's like 8 degrees. We need it like 2 degrees cooler, so that should cool it down a little bit. It's 6.5, so we're going to have to turn off another torch, I think. And then we should be okay. And then we put down the stockpile, which is going to be for the fermenting stuff and for the wine. Ideally, what I should have done is done a second room. I should have done a fermenting area, then 2 little other second basements. 2 little other rooms going off. Because the fermenting fruit juice and the aged wine, it ferments at different temperatures. So it's hard to control both and with like getting optimal production. So you should really make 2 basements, but I'll do it next time. Well, not next time, but when I build my main base. This is just temporary anyway, so I'm not worry too much about that. Now I'm counting woods, and I'm kind of like, ooh. I had an idea at the time how much wood I need, and I know I don't have enough for all the shells. We chop down a bunch of trees. I don't normally do that. I usually chop down the dead trees. Especially with this map, because we don't have that many trees. So we want... It's not ideal. It's not ideal. So we got some shelves built. So those are going to go downstairs, the food on there, and then we're just going to put books in that stockpile. So this is getting on now. Those shells are like getting there. It's getting there. It's a good amount. It's a really good amount actually of shells. I usually just do a 6x6 basement, but this time I've done 9x12. It's pretty huge. And that cat Cleo is attacking the mallards. We got it on vermin control, so we turn that off. Our duck is safe for one day, and then we're going to hunt down the sleeping fox. We need to take it down. But it does get away. It runs away. And I think Janet gives up, and she gets away. So have a look at. We have a new settler. We have Malotta. She has stout. She's strong, and she has the cold ability, where she's good at being cold. So she's not really good for anything. So other people are really good. Not that she's crap. Oh no, we're getting attacked. Again, we have to like run away from this again. This is actually quite problematic, this fight. Or is it? I don't know, we fight a lot more. I think we just shoot this one in the face. Oh yeah, just get a headshot and completely take that out. Again, we're just harvesting food, getting that done, and we finally do wooden weaponry. I'm surprised we did that before we did ferment. Actually, we've already done fermenting, haven't we? Because we got a table in. So, it's setting that to be made. So we want to make a short bow. Because we want Beatrix to have a short bow. She has no archery skills, but it doesn't hurt for her to have one. And we got 1 mallard on the map. The mallard is in the corner, so it might stay safe from predators. And the food preservation is nearly done. We got to keep the food off the floor in this basement, because the food will just rot, because there's water on the floor. Because it's with the marsh maps, you go down about 2 levels, and then you get like water on the floor. You can drain it, but we only will ever need to go down 2 levels anyway for our cellar for it to be optimal, as long as we build correctly. And then we got our first raid. Oh my gosh, excuse me. So we're terrified, give loader over, granted if there'd be no trouble, labourers are frightened, impatient, engage. No, they actually leave us alone. It's actually really lucky for us. It's actually lucky and not lucky, because I could have done with the weapons, because we could have smelted it later on. But it's fine. It's fine. It's like, I don't know. We could have lost someone at the start. They had archers, they had marauders. We haven't got any like reinforced doors. So if we had like bard skills or bad luck with the archery, definitely could have got absolutely destroyed. And it's really annoying. Sometimes in the first fight, you end up getting hurt, and then nobody does anything for like 2 days, and it puts you really far behind. So I was having a look, and we've nearly trained the mallards already. It's like 80% trained. It doesn't take much to train them. So we're just making a little pen for the mallards, get ready for our, I don't know, for our duck pond area. We're getting this ready, so like predicting that it'll be ready soon. So that's all ready, and then we get more red currants just going around, just grabbing everything. And then I'm actually chopping all those pine trees down. I'm having a look. I'm looking at the temperature that we need to keep the rough wine in and how long it's lasting. It's lasting a while, which is pretty good. And I make a stockpile for aged fine wine to go near the top, and I find some barley. We actually really need barley to feed the animals because we're gonna get hay from the barley, which is the most important thing because we're gonna have lots of animals. So the pen is done. And we actually start to haul the goat, and we're like, no goats. This is the duck pen. It's not for goats. The goats don't need a pen because they're just going to be hauling anyway, so they don't need pens. So again, we're just gathering resources again, just gathering all the flax, and we're making more fields. Actually, remember because we're about to put down the pine trees. Remember we had those apples from before, so they're going to chuck down a couple of apples. That's done, and then we start to make a tree farm already. We usually don't make a tree farm until a lot later. We do 2 rows of trees. We had a lot of those Scots pine trees, so have a look at everything. We got decent wealth. We got lots of herbs and linen and stuff like that. And we have a lot of food stores going down because we haven't got anything harvested. We had a lot of meat, and the meat's all pretty much gone. It's all been cooked. We got 77 meat. It's all going down pretty quickly. And then we're just gathering wood, and we're making those trees. We're making a little tree farm, which is going to look quite cute, actually. And we get quite lucky with trees spawning, actually. We got, like, a lot of extra trees. And then we're just training the wolf. The wolf's barely trained. It's 8% trained. It's going to take a long time to train that wolf. The wolf's actually hungry, so there's no meat for it to eat, really. There's nothing on the map, so we just put some troughs, because the wolf will eat animal feed. So we're just setting this to be done and putting animal feed on. So I think we make like 10. So we just make sure we have like a lot, because it'll keep the animals eating the crops as well if we keep a lot of animal feed. So we have 4 troughs. So we check the wolf, and the wolf's happy. He's eaten. So Chomper is happy. So there's some barley. It's nearly ready. Just checking that. I'm quite eager to get the barley done, so we're just harvesting more flax. And we get more spawns of trees. I don't know whether those were saplings from the saplings that we had. But we've already got more tree spawning. I'm thinking what to have in cooking. Cooking's a bit too... We don't really need cooking for now. We're obviously going to go for flexion 2 so we can get the longbow, because that's going to really help. Let's have a look around here, seeing what's going on. Everyone seems quite happy. But everyone is fairly happy at the moment. Nobody's been really complaining about there's any issues or anything. Tree grove is nearly done, or a tree farm, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a grove. So just making sure those are all chopped down, so we can we actually make another row of those. We make 25 food. I think we take barley off because there's only a couple of barley. We're going to need to keep those, and then we start sowing the barley and getting that ready. So we have a lot of crops. So many crops to start off with, and then we make a longbow for Janet, I think, or Jonet. We make that for. So that'll help a little bit when we get attacked. So that's really useful. So we got wildlife, we got mallards, so we're going to set those to be trained. We've got 2 mallards on the map. So we're going to train this mallard, train the mallards, and we fail. Damn it. Damn it, we're getting really unlucky training the ducks. All I want is a duck pond. This is all we want. I was just checking the braziers and the temperature, and the room temperature is like 8.5, 7.5, and it needs to be... I don't even know what that was. If it's like greater than... I think it was greater. It has to be 6, I believe. For that, so we would have had to turn one of those torches off for it to be well maintained. And we're just checking everybody's happiness. No, they kind of don't have enough time to do everything. So we set more leisure time. It's because there's more settlers now, and I think it's to do with the entertaining and the the praying area, the shrine. That's it, shrine. So we need to make sure they have more time to do those sorts of things. Because of this hauling, they kind of haven't got loads to do. So I was just checking, so we're going to start mining some clay. Because we're going to need to mine clay eventually anyway for when we want to build our little castle. Not castle area, well, like kind of a castle. Because there's that other bit of land over the other side. Our first goat is also trained. So we set that to haul. And we set Lota's tasks to hauling and stewarding, I think, mostly, and setting her to mine. So we can get Mega Star on that. So we're going to be mining, and then we're going to get tailoring, because we want armorer as well.
Another thing we want down the line to protect our people, because I've played other playthroughs and people have been absolutely annihilated because we just have ignored armor. Because when you play on like easier difficulties, you don't necessarily need armor. You can just have longbows and crossbows, and then you're pretty much set because there's never that many people. So we got a second goat train. So that's really good. It's just in time because we built this clay. We got this clay mine going on, so now the animals can haul the clay, which is going to make it a lot quicker for us. So we're getting on with that. We're nearly at the end of this day, so we've done pretty well by the end of this. We have a hut, we have all of our crops done. We don't have a duck train, sadly. We hunted a lot of animals, and we got a basement done, so we've done really, really well. And that's pretty much the end here.
So this comes to an end of part 1 of the Going Medieval playthrough. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. And be sure to check out my Twitch. I stream the Going Medieval playthroughs on... I think we're planning on doing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Those are my off days from work. So yeah, if you want to come and hang out then, you can come at like 6 p.m. I think we're going to be streaming, but you can go into my Twitch and check the schedule. I will leave a link below. And be sure to catch episode 2, which will be uploaded in a couple of days. See you later. Bye.